Hey everyone, today I'm doing a review on a weather station called a SmartRo weather station. Now this has actually been on the market before, only it was in a smaller version weather station like this. It worked on batteries and you had to touch it to light it up, etc. But now they improved it and it's in color. And you could plug it in and it stays on all the time. I have a little soda can here as a reference for you to see the size. So it's like a small little tablet or something like that. It has braces on the back. You could stand it, put it on your shelf or whatever. The nice thing about this one, not only is it in color, but it has an alarm clock on it and temperature settings to alert you if it hits a certain point. Now the way this works is it comes with one of these wireless devices here, and I have 3 of them. Now it'll come with one. I recommend you buy 2 more and then you'll have 3. So wherever you hang this, it's going to send a wireless signal to this, and I'll tell you how some of it works. So you could monitor 3 devices away from this, and one is going to tell you the temperature of where it's sitting. Now the way these work are there's 2 batteries, and if you look real close there's a dip switch there, 1, 2, 3. So you're going to set 1 to 1, 2, and 3 and get it out where you want it. Now the range on it is about 200 feet, and it does Celsius and Fahrenheit. And it will travel through walls and everything to signal. I'll give you an example. I have a shed that's probably at least 100 feet from my home. So the signal, you know, I have one hanging in the shed. It'll go through the shed, it'll go through the walls of the shed, and through the walls of the home and into this where I have it. I have another one in the attic, monitor temperature of the attic. So it's going through the ceiling, the floors, and everything to the downstairs where this is. And there's not a problem. And I have one hanging outside. Now when you put one of these outside, you can't put it in the direct rain and weather. For example, if you have a porch with a roof, put it up under the porch, up under the eaves of the home, this sort of thing, where it's outside but it's not directly in the weather. And it'll send a signal to this, and this has batteries in the back to keep it running, or you plug it into the wall. There's a little plug that goes into the wall, plugs into the back, and if you want, there's a USB in the back. You could charge your phone right beside it and put this anywhere in your house. You could use it as an alarm clock also. Now let's go through some of it, because they really made improvements on this thing. And I'm just going to cover some of it. Here's the temperature where it's at. So you actually have 4 places to monitor. Here's the temperature where it's at. Here's the humidity where it is and the comfort level. And over here, now if you look real close, you'll see it's rotating. 1, 2, 3. Now you could set this, and there's a little refresh button. That's how you know. And there's buttons on the side. All of this is adjustable. There's 3 settings here, 1, 2, and 3, and it'll rotate through them. It'll just refresh, recycle. So one temperature is the attic, the other one is my shed, and the other one is the outside temperature. And you could monitor the humidity wherever it is. This has a setting here. You could set the alerts. If this temperature or humidity hits a certain point where you want it to let you know, it will tell you. Now when you first pick this thing up, you have to set it. Now here is the date, and of course it doesn't show the year, but you pick the year, and today's Saturday, March 25th. That's what time it is right here. You could set it for military time also. And when you first get it, there's a list of countries and states and cities in the United States. There's about, it looked like well over 200 choices. And I live in Pittsburgh, near Pittsburgh, so I have Pittsburgh here. and you pick the year, and it has a pre-programmed set of, I guess, sun up, sundowns. It goes probably by the year internally somehow, and it monitors, I believe this is barometric pressure, somehow to monitor if you high tide, low tide, etc. And this kind of lets you know what the weather forecast is. Now, how well it matches up with the local news and weather forecast, I don't know. But it actually is raining today here where I live, which is not a surprise in Pittsburgh. And it will alert you. Now, it has an alarm clock. You could put it by the bedside, set the alarm clock, and monitor, what time you want to get up. There's a snooze button, and if you plug it in, it stays lit all the time, and there's different levels of lighting. You could run it low light or not at all. If you unplug it for some reason, the battery will continue to run it, but it won't stay illuminated like this. So, and wherever you put this, now I don't have batteries in it, but it will also tell you what the temperature is. If you were, say I was out in my shed, I go, gee, what's the temperature in here? I could pick it up and it'll have the settings, same as you're seeing here. Well, anyway, that's it. There will be a link in the description of the video to check it out. And, if it's something you think you could use, I think it's a good value. And if it isn't anything, it's sure fun to watch. All right, everyone. Thank you.